you can help so many more people when you have a well-run business.
And if your husband slurps like mine...
Wow. Why does it always bother you so much? I have to literally, or else it dribbles down. An asset built on what we had already built. You do have equity, you do have worth in what you've built and continuing to build.
Hi guys, and welcome to Fireside Chat with the Johnsons. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Justin.
And we are excited to be coming to you today from Warrensburg, Missouri. There we go.
Yeah, I gotta start that off.
That's right. We are two of the owners of Next Generation Gym Owners, as well as the owners of Twister Sports right here in Warrensburg, Missouri, which is an all-star cheer and tumbling gym.
Danielle, where's Warrensburg, Missouri at? It's the middle of nowhere. We live in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere,
it's good.
Basically.
It's in the middle of the U.S., like right in the middle.
Like anybody can be the mayor. Anybody can probably be the sheriff.
Small town USA right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a small town. It's not that small a town.
But we are about to go to Big City, USA,
yes.
And that was my good news.
Okay, so we always start off with good news, so
Every
she's just
episode.
jumping right into it. And the reason we do, because there's good things to talk about.
That's right.
Everybody's got good news, so it's nice to know what other people are doing. So,
That's right.
What's your good news, Danielle? You're just jumping right into it.
I know. We leave tomorrow morning, and we are headed to Las Vegas for the week. We are going to see a couple shows, and then Justin's mom and brother live about an hour from Las Vegas. So we will spend Thanksgiving there.
My good news is I haven't eaten my mama's food in a long time, and I'm a mama's boy. But it's almost as good as Danielle's, but I'm really excited to eat.
I will be doing Fireside Chat with the Johnsons alone in the future.
But I miss my mom's.
I'd like to invite you to Justin's funeral.
You gotta admit, my mom's a pretty good cook.
You know, you better be careful, buddy.
Your mom is a pretty good cook, and I'm not going to have to do any of it.
Yes, this is a nice stage in life too, where you go and you just chill and just kind of relax and just eat food. It's gonna be really nice. So.
That's right. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
So that was your good news, also.
Oh yeah, I get to see my mom, and my brother's gonna be there as well. So and his family, so that's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be awesome. We get to see a Cirque du Soleil, and
oh yeah,
I think anybody who can appreciate good tumbling, gymnastics,
a little bit of dance,
acro, yeah. If you're in the cheer industry, you probably can appreciate a good Cirque du Soleil.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Oh yeah.
So guys, last time we talked to you about the intangibles, the great benefits of owning a gym. And if your husband slurps like mine...
Wow. Why does it always bother you so much? I have to literally, or else it dribbles down. And it's in my beard. Do you like it in my beard?
Could you please give me a on any platform that you're watching, or maybe a comment? If it totally drives you crazy listening to slurping, do not do it on purpose.
I'm trying to not slurp.
If your husband drives you crazy eating and drinking and just
so if you don't slurp, you leave this ring right on and now that's gross.
No, you're just gonna have to leave it there. Okay guys, so anyway, we are talking about the wonderful things of owning a gym.
With your spouse.
That's not the topic.
So
that
awesome.
can be the topic next time.
So awesome.
Right around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
However, last time we got into the intangibles, and there were so many great things that we have benefited from just by owning our own gym. Things in terms of having a place for our kids to kind of go with their friends, celebrate their birthdays, large space for our friends and us to celebrate New Year's Eve. And then just some of the great things about being able to schedule your own time, and you don't have to ask a boss before you go on a vacation.
Absolutely. Those are huge.
Huge. I'm sorry, you didn't say it the way you normally do.
Huge. Those are huge, but...
However, today we're excited because we're going to talk about the tangibles. Yep. These are things, you guys, that you do. Can I say you can physically hold them? No, not necessarily, but they are physical benefits for owning a gym.
Well, the first one you can literally hold if you want to hold it, but you get paid regularly.
You can take a paycheck
on a regular basis.
Just like the rest of the world.
Yes.
Okay, maybe not the rest of the world. That was, but if you worked in any industry prior to this and you worked for someone else, you were probably used to having a very consistent paycheck because it's the law.
And it's nice.
You like the money?
I love money, but I do not have it.
Okay, number 2, we have things like retirement benefits, student loan reimbursements, and fitness memberships that can legally be paid by your gym to you. So when you had a previous job for any other employer, you may have qualified for a retirement plan or some sort of student loan reimbursement, but all of that is a legal benefit that you can also take from your gym with proper documentation and with the advice of your CPA.
So 401ks, all of that. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Some other things that we definitely take advantage of is having points on credit cards. You spend a lot of money in this gym, so why not take advantage of some of those opportunities? So theme parks, all of the different things that you can use points for, we utilize.
I'll put that caveat in there that hopefully you are a very disciplined person though. Do not rack up all those dollars on a credit card if you are not disciplined enough to pay them back.
Correct.
That said, if you already have the money in the account for a competition and you can pay it on a credit card and earn some points on it, you can use those things for travel, you can use them for going out to eat. You can use so many things with credit card points, and it's something that I feel like for a lot of years we kind of missed out on that benefit because we were just paying everything with a debit card.
Yep.
That said, if you get a credit card and you are not a very disciplined person, you could end up paying enormous amounts of money in interest. Get in
trouble.
So make
sure
the
whole key to that is you're kind of using it as a revolving credit. You're paying it off, you're using it. You're paying it off, you're using it. It's not a I'm going to sit and let it sit and then pay, because now you're getting points, but you're also paying the fees on it. So
and that is not a greater benefit by any means.
You just lost the benefit to that.
So our gym credit card is paid off in full every single month, and if there's anything that we were to want to purchase that we know we cannot pay in full, we do not purchase it.
Yep.
It's kind of like common sense for gym owners here, but if you can't afford it, don't buy it.
True. All right.
Okay, number 4, we take a regular profit distribution from the gym. So paycheck and profit distribution are different.
So it's quarterly, right?
Yeah, we take them quarterly.
Yep.
So your paycheck is what you would get for actually being in the gym working day to day. So maybe you have multiple owners, the paychecks may not be equal. Maybe one person...
And they don't have to be.
They don't.
Yeah.
Provided that you are the right business entity, if you're an S Corp.
Yep.
If you are the right business entity, you can take a paycheck for the day-to-day work that you're doing. I coach, I do marketing, I do our, stuff with our website, I do the finances. I would get the paycheck for doing that day-to-day work. The profit distribution is a little bit different. Profit distribution is
based on ownership percentage.
Yep, and it does have to be equal in percentage to the owners, so the total amount, but also it's what you get for taking the risk of starting a business.
And so having that built in ahead of time and how that's going to look as the profits start rolling in is very important, because there's people that have silent owners and that would not be taking a paycheck but would enjoy this profit distribution on a quarterly basis. So
for sure. So make sure that you guys talk to your CPA on that, because it is a great tangible benefit. And even if you can take 1% of the things that are coming in and put them into a profit account to do a quarterly distribution, like what a great way to have an extra added benefit. At the beginning, that's about all we could do.
Oh yeah, 1%. But the neat thing about it is starting it. If you never started, it's never going to happen. But if you started at a very low amount, okay, you got $500 at the end of a quarter.
Right.
Oh, that was great, but it makes one payment on a car, I guess a cheap car these days, but one payment on a car or something, but at least it does something. And then you just gradually step it up a little bit, over time.
Yep, absolutely. And that's the kind of thing that you need to have so that you continue feeling like, hey, this business is really hard sometimes, but it's also worth it.
It's worth it, yeah?
Yes. You're not a slave and employee to your own business. You are the owner and you get special benefits for being the owner.
Yeah, taking that risk.
Absolutely.
It's almost risk payments.
Okay, number 5. If you follow me on Instagram, you know this. We buy things for the gym that might occasionally have a dual purpose.
Oh, really?
Legally, they are absolutely 100% for the gym, and that is true. That is the purpose of buying it, and that is the intent for it.
I call it fringe benefits.
No, God!
But if you happen to be at a football game and it's 29 degrees like it's going to be tonight in the state
because
sectionals.
because our team, the Tigers, are doing really good this
That's
season.
right.
Yeah.
We're headed to state.
Yeah,
I mean,
we've never
not
actually
yet.
played this far into the winter, so it's getting really chilly.
Really cold.
Like to the point where I'm complaining, and if I complain, it's pretty cold.
I mean, I was complaining when it was 60 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
That was pretty cold for me.
Like for you to complain is like, okay.
Yeah. So we have this generator for the gym, and it doesn't take gas, and it's not loud and smelly. And
it's a new thing we bought for the gym for parades, but it's a solar generator.
I mean, we didn't buy it for the gym. We legit bought it for the gym.
No, we did. We bought it for the gym for parades.
Legit.
I don't know why I'm doing air quotes every time.
Yeah.
But we bought it for the gym because we were tired of using generators that make noise, gasoline powered ones. So we tried out one of these, and it turns out it's really cool.
I want to get our own for travel, like a mini version.
But anyways, we charge it up and it lasts for quite a long time. But what are we doing with it tonight, Danielle?
Well, let me put this caveat out there when the IRS watches this video. We are sponsors of Warrensburg High School Athletics. Twister Sports is a sponsor. So we have Booster Club passes to go support Warrensburg High School Athletics.
Yes, absolutely.
But when we support them, we're going to bring that generator, and I'm going to hook in my heated blanket, and I'm going to hook in my heating pad, and then we have one outlet left that we're going to raffle off for $200. No, I'm kidding. We're going to let somebody else use that final outlet and plug in a heated blanket as well.
So we've got extension cords coming out of this thing going to everybody. Everybody's like...
So there happen to be some things, even those Booster Club passes for sponsoring the high school and paying for that advertising, it included Booster Club passes, $80 worth. And that means that we can go to the sporting events to watch our kids all year at no additional cost. So there are things that are absolutely paid for by the business, legal by the business, that of course there is a personal benefit. Mm-hmm. And if any, a manager in my gym wanted to go watch a basketball game, she would be able to use my booster pass as a benefit from the business.
So what's another benefit, Danielle, that's very large and travels 14 plus people in it?
Well, every year on my birthday, we do take the Twister bus and we go somewhere cool.
So this last year we went to the winery and had a really good time.
And our little kids after school bus just sat outside the winery.
But we had a great time going up there, and it's nice when an entire group can go in a bus like that. It's almost like renting a party bus.
Yeah,
at that
absolutely.
point. So you got one Dee, me, and then the rest of them.
But it's absolutely a tangible, right? Because it's something that is used 99.9% of the time for the business, but it's the same, guys, as being in there and doing some work and your kid is jumping around on the trampoline or on the tumble track or something like that, even though they're not intentionally tumbling or whatever. It's a benefit that they have. It's a tangible benefit. And so there are some tangible benefits that you might have as well. Maybe you have a really great laptop that you use 99.9% of the time for work, and 1% of the time you're scrolling Facebook.
Yeah.
There can be some great benefits tangibly for your business.
And lastly, one of the things that's been really, really interesting and very unique is it's growing our personal wealth. So between the owners of our gym, because of the growth over the last so many years and becoming really good friends with people at the bank, they've seen it. Their kids are actually tangibly in the gym, so they're seeing the inside of the gym and seeing it grow from the inside out, just not outwardly seeing cars in the parking lots. But seeing that, we've been able to utilize the equity that's been built up in that business and in the property as well, and we've ended up buying an 8-plex, and so the gym actually bought us an 8-plex, and so we have rentals now through the business.
Basically, we were able to take the equity that we had in the business and in our building and leverage that to purchase an 8-plex.
I think that's pretty much what I said.
I said it in third grade words,
Okay.
so hopefully that helps those of you who are like me.
So anyways, an asset built on what we had already built. You do have equity, you do have worth in what you've built and continuing to build. And if you can show that to a bank in the system of the profit margins, every year you've grown year over year in profit, that is very good to a bank. And on top of that, banks love real estate. So
do you know what they don't care about? They don't care about your equipment. They don't care about your spring floor. So you have to run a business. You can't run a hobby. Because as soon as you turn into running a hobby with low profit margins or like, I'm just okay breaking even, banks will not take you seriously. And you never know when you might want to grow or a building might become available that suddenly you get to purchase and, you know, your rent is cut in half because it goes from rent to a mortgage.
But Danielle, there's a lot of people that I talk to on the phone that make the statement, I'm not about the money. I'm about creating a community, an area where the community can use. I want to be affordable to people. What do you say to that?
How much more affordable can you be if you own your building? Like, that's the first thing I would say. We're not paying $20,000 a month in rent, and we very well should be for the size building that we have. I mean, we have a fraction of that because we own the building and we have a mortgage. Additionally, you know, when we bought our building, it's 35,000 square feet. There is probably not a building in town that would be available for lease at that size, which allowed us to grow. Was that scary to put that kind of money down on a building like that and all of your personal, like, you know, if
you leverage everything.
Absolutely. Like, the SBA has a lien on everything.
Yeah. My soul.
That's right. But when we bought it with 11.5 acres. We then kind of purchased 3.5 from the gym so that we could build our house on it. However, that building has almost tripled in value since 2016. So in 8 years, almost tripled. And that is with less land than it was originally purchased with. So isn't that kind of amazing? Like, you're able to build your personal wealth to a point that when we are, you know, done one day, we can sell the business, we can sell the building, or we can sell the business and keep the building and continue
just renting
renting it to somebody else who runs a business inside of it.
So here was an answer that I give to a lot of people that are like, I just want to be community involved. I want to be accessible to everybody. I want to be able to help people out. You, once again, based on what Danielle said, you can help so many more people when you have a well-run business.
Yes.
When it's profitable, it has all of the all of the areas you know the numbers on, it's running well. You can actually build in a margin just for being charitable. Like, right now, you're being charitable, but it's actually hurting you.
Yeah.
Or can be hurting you. And it hurts a lot of people. And when I say hurt, it makes it to the point where you're not taking a paycheck.
Right.
You don't have all the extra benefits because you're basically giving them away. At a point when your business needs you, you're kind of giving them away to other people. What that does is that slows down your progress and slows down your growth. And it also doesn't help you mentally, because mentally you need to see that business growing, parking lot getting full, stuff like that. But after it's full and it's doing very well, you can start helping those kids when they come through the door and you're like, man, if I paid half of their tuition through my fund, I could help this kid
through an organized and legal and fair scholarship program.
Absolutely,
yes. Yeah.
So, okay, she threw the legal part in there. But you can be charitable. But at the same time, you can pay people what they're worth. You can pay yourself what you're worth. Yeah. And you can be charitable at the same time. You can have your cake and eat it too, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, when you run a great business, you really can do it all. You can't do it all right in the beginning, though. You have to have a profitable, well-run, systemized business that has great staff and pays them well. And those are the things NextGen helps you with.
So one of the things that we see the most from people is sacrifice. A lot of people sacrifice their time from their family, time with friends, time from their kids in general, going to sports games and stuff like that, in order to give back to the community and give back to these kids. What we want you to do is sacrifice in the beginning is your time from all those people building the gym up and creating that program that runs on its own. And then you don't have to sacrifice as much anymore. The business will sacrifice a little bit and have that charitable end. So at the moment, what a lot of people do is they just end up sacrificing all that time, their own pay, family, all that stuff to take care of this gym and give back to the community. We just want you to do it in a different manner and then end up being where everybody wins on that. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay guys, well thank you for watching us. We look forward to seeing you next week for Fireside Chat with the Johnstons.
Ciao.